Hey guys, JawsTheSharkReviews here, and today we'll be taking a look at the Transformers Studio Series 86 Deluxe Class Scavenger. So, here he is right here in his alt mode. And now before we take a look at Scavenger himself, let's get a look at the packaging. So here it is right here. And so as you can see here, 4 out of 5 for Devastator. I still have to review was it the Commander Class 2 pack of Long Haul and Hook, and then what was the other one? Forgot the name. Not Scrapper. I heard Scrapper. Mixmaster, that was it. So yeah, 15 steps. All this down here, you get the front artwork here of Scavenger in robot mode and alt mode, and it continues onto the side right here. Here's the other side. Here's the top, the bottom, and here's the back. So you get a little screen cap. Well, it's not Scavenger himself, but just Devastator. And yeah, now here's the little bio you can pause and read. And yeah, you got product shots here. And that's pretty much it for the packaging. So let's get your little Scavenger right back onto the table. And yeah, so this is the third Constructicon from 86 that I've got here for review on this channel. And yes, I do have the rest of them, the other three. I just, just give me some time. I'll get to them. But yeah, so anyways, let's get a close-up look here at Scavenger. So yeah, so I believe, I forgot, I'm not going to try to guess what he turns into, but obviously it's a construction vehicle of some kind. He's got like a little crane here, and then like a little shovel. So you got that. And yeah, and similar to Bone Crusher, he does have these like fake treads right here, but this time they're purple, because on Bone Crusher they were green, same green as this. Here's the bottom. Yeah, overall I think it looks really good. It's nice and compact, and you don't really see any robot junk anywhere. So yeah, I think it looks nice. And yes, you can move the crane around, so you can move it all the way back like this. This is, I think it's just for combination mode or robot mode or whatever, but you got that. And you can extend it out like this, get hinges pretty much anywhere you think you can think of. And you also do get a little bit of a swivel. That's because this section comes disassembled in the packaging, so you just want to plug that in, and then that complete it. So yeah. Now for accessories, aside from I guess this technically, since it was separately attached, he comes with a gun, just like with the rest of the Constructicons. They all have like a little pistol of their own, so this is Scavenger's. And yeah, it's kind of a funny looking one, because on this side there's like all this like gabbage and stuff. Well, on this side it's all full, and you get this little magazine right here. So that's pretty funny. But yeah, so you could store it right here. You just plug that in right there, and now you got an arms construction vehicle. How fun, right? And I think that's it for storage. Yeah, there's nowhere else you could store it. So yeah. Now anyways, now for the alt mode size comparisons. Here he is with Scrapper right here. And here he is with Bone Crusher, who I just mentioned before. They got treads, but they're actually different. Yeah, I thought they were just gonna be purple versions of this, but now they're, if you can see, they're a lot different. So that's kind of interesting. But yeah, so that's pretty much it there for the alt mode. And again, I'll probably do like in a separate video where, you know, I review all the Constructicons coming into Devastator. That's when I'll show the combination transformation for this guy, so stay tuned for that. But in the meantime, let's just focus on his robot modes. So let's begin. So just fold this all up right here. Then you're just going to split apart the legs, and then open up the feet and the heel spurs. And you just want to do the same thing on this side. It's a little trickier because there's not like a little post or nothing, but still not too difficult. And then you're just going to want to bring this down right here, and then just split apart the arms like that. Then move down this little window area, which I forgot to show up off up close. You know, you get a little, even get some stuff in the inner part. That's cool too. And you get the little Decepticon logo right there. But yeah, let me just dim the lights a little. Alright, so then, yeah, you just want to kind of move this inward. And there's that. Oh, and then, yeah, you just want to flip this in back here all the way. This is not doing nothing. Well, I guess in the meantime, let me just do this. So yeah, you just want to flip down the chest, flip up the head, and then close this up. Oh, I think this is why. Yeah. So then you're just going to want to bring this up right here. Move the legs down too in the process so things don't get all clunky. And then just close it up. This fills in the gap almost perfectly. And then yeah, just close this up. Move up the shoulders. Flip out the hands. And there's that. And then just bend the knees. I think that is it. So once you got that all done, there you guys have Scavenger in his robot mode. Here, let me just straighten out the legs for the time being. And yeah, I think he looks really, really nice. There you go. Now you can see him better. Yeah, I think it looks pretty good. So yeah, let's get a close-up look here at the head sculpt. And yeah, I think it looks really cool. I like how the visor looks with that sort of dark red and the silver faceplate. And then you got like the chest. There's like a little dark spot there too. And yeah, I mean, not a lot of paint, but I still believe that it gets the job done. And then there's the back. Now what's weird is that they decided to paint the hands, which is a bit random. Like, they could have easily just used like the same green plastic and then just use that to mold the hands. I don't know why they used, I think it's like either black or dark, like really dark purple, and then they just painted it over. Like, what was even the point of that? But yeah, overall I think it looks good. You know, you could always have him attack an Autobot with his crane, although it doesn't really go that far, but good enough, I guess. Not really, you know what? Not really. But yeah, so there you have that. Now anyways, for the articulation, the head is on a ball joint, so you can move it side to side. The head can move up and down, only that much. I mean, if you really want to, you could flip down the chest and then get more movement, but, you know, have you ever seen a person do this? I don't think so. But yeah. Let's see, so the shoulders are on pretty big ball joints, so you can get lots of movement here, a whole like 360 degree rotation as well as a 90 degree outward movement. Let's see, ball joints at the elbows, so you can get lots of wiggly movement there. Wrists do kind of go in and out due to the transformation. Unfortunately, because of the nature of the design, no waist swivel whatsoever, so that's kind of a bummer. But you do get plenty of movement here in the legs, so the thighs can kick forward that much, backward way that much, and then outwards this far. And yeah, thighs do swivel, and then the knees do bend. Although because of transformation, they decided to add like a little tab kind of thing right here, so you have to kind of keep clicking that in and out if you want to bend the knees, which is a little bit annoying. It's the same thing that they did in Bone Crusher. I'm not really a huge fan of it. I can understand why they did it, but still, just not big on it. Let's see, and then yeah, the ankles to pivot. So you got that going on right there, and then the toes and the heel spurs do also bend. So yeah, I'd say, you know, for Deluxe, it's about average articulation. Nothing too special, but yeah. Now, anyways, for the accessories, again, you got his little pistol. I'm not even sure I don't think this is even a pistol because it's got like a whole scope on it, but it's a pretty, either way, it's a pretty small gun. Well, I guess to me it is. but yeah, so you could just attach that right in either of his hands, or, you know, you could store it. I don't know if you could store it actually in robot mode, but it doesn't matter. You know, he can hold it at the very least, so who cares? Alright, so yeah, now anyways, for the robot mode size comparisons, here he is with Scrapper. Oop, it's not standing up straight. There you go. And as you can see, you know, despite the fact that Scrapper's a Voyager and Scavenger's the Deluxe, Scavenger over here is actually just a little bit taller than Scrapper, so that's kind of interesting. At the end of the day, I can kind of see why they made Scrapper Voyager, you know, because one, it'd be a Constructicon overload in Studio Series, you know, they kind of have to spread things out a little, so I could see that there. And also, he just overall has more kind of engineering, you know, and especially like in the transformation, but still, I'm not sure if, you know, a Voyager price is quite worthy enough for this. But oh well, I guess first Lears became Voyagers, now Voyagers are becoming Deluxe. I don't know what's going on, but yeah. And here he is with Bone Crusher right here. So yeah, there you guys have the robot mode size comparisons. And there you guys have my review for the Transformers Studio Series 86 Deluxe Class Scavenger. And I say my opinion, he's about an average figure. I mean, you know, not too much. You're not getting too much here. It's, you know, aside from the fact that he's one of the Constructicons, and you know, makes a Devastator, but in my opinion, of the three Constructicons I reviewed so far, I'd say he's definitely better than Bone Crusher, but still not as good as Scrapper. But I think he still looks pretty cool, you know, especially with the head sculpt and the chest and whatnot. But you know, but I think he's fine. I don't really have too many complaints except for the whole weird knee thing that they decide with, and the hands. I mean, they don't look bad, but it's just kind of like, what was the point in painting it when you could have just left it, you know, a solid green color? Like, what? But yeah, no, overall though, I think I think he's pretty good. So definitely, you know, if you want all your Constructicons, absolutely get this guy. And yeah, I think it's good for any G1 completionist, I guess. But yeah, so anyways, guys, make sure you guys like, subscribe, comment, share for more, and comment down below what you guys think of Scavenger. So, but yeah, anyways, guys, as always, till all are one.